What's up, YouTube? I know it's been a long time since you guys have heard from me. Completely my fault, completely. I set full responsibility on that. But please forgive me. I'm going to start coming back live, posting videos a lot more. But if you don't already follow me, go to my Instagram page. I'm going to put the link up here in the description for my Instagram page. I'm a lot more active on there. But again, please forgive me about not posting on my social media, so especially YouTube. But I'm gonna do better, I promise. But this weekend I decided to come back home, see my family. I hadn't been home in a while. Wanted to come back and just kind of reminisce and see how much things have changed, how much things have not changed, just to kind of relax. And so I did that. Gonna go for a good workout in today, see if I can show you guys or take you guys a little bit around the neighborhood I grew up in. And so you can see some of my childhood, some of the things I've done as far as sports, as far as where I grew up, the streets I, played on, things like that. But right now, I think it's about 10 a.m. I need a haircut for one. My beard's looking a little scraggly. But I'm gonna go for a nice workout. And maybe I'll see some people I grew up with. I'll kind of show them to you as well. But just come with me. I'm gonna try to go by my grandma's house too, show you the backyard, just show you a lot of different things while I'm in town. But enjoy. See you guys soon. So I don't know if y'all remember, there was a documentary years ago about public schools in South Carolina. I think it was called Corridor Shame. I'm gonna try to put a link somewhere in this video.
The reason we have disparity in funding is not because we're prejudiced at the governmental level. It's because we collect taxes based on property values. And our property values in those counties are pretty low because there's no industry. It's an economically deprived area.
J.V. Martin was built in 1896, and the only thing that I can say about it is we need to give it to the Historical Society, which wants it. As far as an educational advantage, it has none.
Psychologists. A lot of you probably already noticed the rags stuffed in the cracks under the doors, and those are places where when it rains we have to keep it constantly mopped up, sandbagged or whatever to keep the water out. So it's a pretty sad state in here.
It was called a Corridor Shame, and it was basically talking about how schools don't have the proper heating systems, cooling systems, just the overall upkeep for kids to have a good education and to really enjoy and learn for themselves. And the school in that documentary was about my middle school. It was J.V. Martin Middle School, and there's a building, we call it the White Building. There's a white building at the school where I had my 8th grade algebra class in. I remember this. It was 8th grade algebra. The building had no heat, no air, no anything. I remember going in the wintertime, that building would be so cold, and then we would have to wear jackets while we're in there. The building was over 100 years old then whenever I was in there, but I don't know how old it is now. So 100 and maybe 25 years old, but the school is shut down, but the building is still here. So I'm going to show you my middle school that I went in. And we used to play basketball games here, B team basketball games. And we used to also come back and play on Saturdays, because we didn't know any better. And it wasn't until I went to, a bigger city like Charlotte and Rock Hill that I didn't know that we didn't have the adequate, educational system, the programs, the buildings, the infrastructure. I didn't know because this is what we had always been used to. But let me show you the building. My middle school, J.V. Martin Middle School, the building is still here. but there's a documentary. It's called Corridor of Shame. Look it up if you don't know what it is. So that's my middle school right here, J.V. Martin. This is where we used to practice for football, baseball sometimes. This is the building that we played all of our basketball games in here. Everything is shut down now, all of our basketball games. In that gym, some great times in that gym for sure. This was the cafeteria right here, and we used to leave out of the cafeteria and walk. We used to walk across the street and go in that gate right there for our like break until the bell rang. But this is the building that I went to middle school in. 7th and 8th grade was right here in this spot. Let me pull over. Let me show you this is what we call the white building. See that white building back there? That's called the white building. Again, that building had no heat, no air, no anything. But that is where I had 8th grade algebra, right there. And the train tracks are right here in front, so the train could come at any time. And it's super loud, but that is what that documentary was really focusing on. They have a HVAC, well, some kind of AC systems in there. You can see at the top there's some kind of systems going on, but man, so many memories in that building. That is the building where I had 8th grade algebra, and then lots of good memories here, and nothing bad, but again, we just didn't know. We didn't know that we didn't have the proper infrastructure. We didn't know. Lots of great friends, lots of great memories, but just the way it was. It's just the way it was back then. So I'm coming to get a good workout in, but I'm at one of the athletic fields, and it looks like there's some softball teams practicing or getting ready for a game. I'm not sure who it is, but this is the good old days. I remember being in batting cages and practicing baseball, getting ready, doing some pepper, whatever they're doing, hitting off for tee. These girls are serious. I'm going to come out, get a nice workout in, and I'll see you guys soon. So I remember coming out playing ball every weekend, and where I was from, football was a big part of our youth. Football, baseball, basketball, everything. And I think that's where a lot of my my strong will when it comes to business, when it comes to never giving up, comes from my athletic ability. Had to compete at the highest level at all times. You want to be the best, and I'm thankful for that. Working out still, and this kind of reminds me that I've come a long way. I have to continue to strive for what I want. A lot of people I see are in the same position, doing the same things they were doing 20 years ago. That's not going to be me, so not knocking them, but I just want more. I want more. right, so got a nice little workout in. Not little, but it's hot. 90 degrees out there, feels like. Got a nice sweat, nice little, 2 miles in. Nice workout in, nice 2 miles in, and it's what I needed. But while I'm out here, let me show you guys one more thing. So this is the football field that we grew up playing football on, 9 and 10, tackle football. We also played flag football over here, sometimes tackle football, 9 and 10. Baseball field, we played pony league out here. This building here was the commentators. We used to go in that door there and go up top, and we used to commentate from that room in there, small room, but lots of memories out here, lots of memories. A lot of football practices for all-star games, and turn the water hose on right here, and we squirt the water, and man, tons of memories out here. Tons of memories, and this is where I first played t-ball. First played t-ball back here, and also some flag as well. So what I want to show you guys is this. These are all the championship banners that we won, 9 and 10, and specifically me right here. I was a part of this team. I remember like it was yesterday. That was I think we played Chapin, I want to say. That was about a 2-hour ride, it seems like, but we won it. Tons of great teammates, tons of friends to this very day, coaches, cheerleaders. I still know the majority of these guys. You can just see how many championships we won in Dillon at a young age. Dillon's always had tons of athletes, and as of late, the Dixie Boys won 2006. But tons of athletes, man, tons of great memories, and I hope they continue to have this for the young guys. Rest in peace to Jeffrey Wright, man. Passed away at a young age. That was my first time really seeing someone, in the casket that I knew his life was taken. But yeah, man, great time. But I did want to come show you guys that. I know I really don't get too personal with you guys all the time, but I was home. I don't come home very often, but it feels good to come back and see some of the things you've done growing up, and how some things have changed, some things are the same. But I hope they continue to have these for these guys and these girls, the cheerleaders, the coaches. No matter how old you are, you still remember these little things as you become a man and a woman. You remember going to these trips. You remember all these things. So, this is me. This is Dylan.